Today I'll be showing you how to solve wrongly inserted pairs like this case and a few more. This is the first case where this pair on the right slot needs to go into the left slot. This is the opposite where the pair on the left slot needs to go into the right slot. So you can see that this one, the solved pair is on the right side, and for here it's on the left side. So basically what you do is you do R prime F, you take this and you move it over to here, and then you just solve your cross with R prime, F prime. So that will look something like this. And that is much faster than if you would just say, take it out, rotate to insert it. So now we have the other case where this pair needs to go into this slot. Just like this case over here, you start off with R prime F, and then you do R2. But instead of doing U, you do U prime, and then you do R2, F prime, R to solve the cross. So once again, that will look something like this. R prime F, R2, U prime, R2, F prime, R. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what will happen if both of them are in the wrong slot and these two need to swap with each other. So it's basically the same concept in the beginning. R prime F, R2, U, R prime, F prime, R, U2, R prime. So that is one way of doing it, and there's actually another way of doing it, which is starting off again with R prime F, R2, U. But instead of doing R prime, F prime here, you do R2, F prime with your index finger here. Then you can do R2, U2, R prime. You can choose which one is better for you, and this is the first one. And this is the second one. So now I'm going to take a look at the case when they are diagonal from each other. So there's one on the left slot over here and one in the back right slot. So now there are a bunch of ways to do this. So the first way, which is like the slow way, is to just take it out, insert this, and then insert that into the back. Now that is really slow. And another thing that a lot of people do is they'll do R prime L, and then they can just swap these and then just solve the cross back. So this is actually the algorithm that I'll be showing you. But the thing that I want to show here is the finger tricks, because as you can see, R prime L is not the most finger trick friendly. A lot of people will just do really bad finger tricks for this one, and it is very few moves, so it is pretty fast, especially when compared to the first one, but it's not as fast as it can be. So basically what you do for this is you put your thumb on the top here, and then you move your index finger right over here to this back left corner, and then you can do R prime and L at the same time. So you just do R prime with your wrist, and then you just push with your index finger over here. So once again, R prime and then with your index finger. Then you can do U2 with index, middle finger, and then you can do R and then push with your index finger. So that is actually a lot faster than just doing this. So once again, put your thumb on the top, put your index finger over here, R prime L, U2 with your index then middle finger, and then you can do R and L at the same time. So executing fast will look something like this. If this piece over here needs to go all the way into the back slot, but this piece does not have to go into here, you can just do the exact same algorithm if you want. But the only thing is that in this case, sometimes you might not want to do the initial regrip. So in this case, if this slot is, not solved yet, then you can just do it the normal way, because it won't have that much of an improvement over just doing this, because this slot right here doesn't need to be moved all the way to here. So technically this is pretty fast, but it does require the initial regrip, which may cost some time. So if only one of them is solved, you might want to just use the first method. Same goes if it's in the back left or back right slots. You can just take it out and insert it as normal. You don't have to use that fancy trick or fancy finger tricks, because regrip may take more time and may not be worth it if you're only going to solve one pair. Okay, so once again, I'm just going to quickly run through all the algorithms. So for the one where the slot on the left needs to go into the right, R prime F, R2 U prime, R2 F prime R. Now for the case where the pair on the right needs to go into the left, R prime F, R2 U instead of U prime, R prime F prime. Now for the case where these two pairs need to swap, because as we all know, sometimes after you solve one pair incorrectly, you don't notice and accidentally insert this pair also into the wrong slot. Here's a quick fix for that. R prime F, R2 U, R prime F prime R U2 R prime, or alternatively you could do R prime F R2 U R2 F prime R2 U2 R prime. As I said earlier, it really is personal preference as to which algorithm you use. Now lastly, we have this case where this pair and this pair needs to swap. Again, you do that starting regroup with thumb on the top, and then you put your index finger all the way in this corner and you do these two moves at the same time. U2 with index middle, and then just undo those moves. So now doing all those algorithms fast, it'll look something like this. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys learned something new, and if you do want to be able to vote for future videos, then follow me on Instagram at m_cubus.official. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.